So recently I found the seed to MrBeast's 10-year-old Minecraft world, which meant I could play in his world, but none of the things that MrBeast built or mined would be there. But then I got an idea. What if I recreated his whole world down to the very last block? Every block he placed, mined, every mob he killed, literally everything he did in his world, I'd recreate block for block. So I pasted in the seed, which you can see exactly how I found in my last video, and while playing this world, MrBeast recorded a Minecraft Let's Play series, but he only posted 2 videos during the series. So when I loaded in, I began watching the first video of the series to see every block MrBeast mined. So I broke the same trees he did, mined the same stone he did, and this is where I realized he doesn't open his coordinates a lot. So during this video, if I skipped ahead a little, or missed just 1 second, I would have to stop and retrace every step I did. And around here is when MrBeast went into a cave, which was very challenging because it was very dark, so I could barely see any blocks he placed or mined. But thankfully he placed a lot of torches, so that helped a little bit. But it got even more challenging when he made a cut in the video, because then I would have to fast forward the video until I recognized something, then rewind it so I could backtrack every step until I finally found out where MrBeast was. But luckily soon after, he left the cave and headed towards the surface. And we're going back to the cave. And then he died and did another cut, but we found his way back to where he was, and then he exploded a creeper. But thankfully it was in water, so we didn't have to painstakingly recreate the explosion block for block. But while working on this project, I realized something. Since I'm recreating every single block in this world, we'd be able to tell if anything seems out of the ordinary. And if anything does, it could mean that MrBeast faked the series. And that's why he never wanted to release the seed to the public. Because if we had the seed, he knew that we would eventually find out if anything was fake. But we must finish recreating the whole entire world before we find anything out. And it's around this point where we ran into another huge problem. You see, while MrBeast was mining in a cave, he made a huge cut to where he was on an island in the middle of the ocean. But in doing so, he completely covered up his tracks, meaning that he didn't open up the coordinates at all. So we had no way of finding out where he was, right? Well, chances are, if MrBeast was mining in a cave, he would have most likely followed the natural path down the cave. But then I found out it was a dead end. So with very little hope, I mined straight up to the surface and immediately spotted an ocean. So I went towards it, and surprisingly, I found the same exact island MrBeast was on in the video. So from there, I began recreating everything MrBeast did to the island. And then the video ended. So I clicked play on the next video of the series, and everything was different. It was the same island, just literally everything was changed. There was now a house, torches everywhere, and the whole island was flattened out. And then when I thought things couldn't get worse, he made another huge cut to where he made another drastic change to the island. It seemed like everything was just falling apart, but I couldn't just give up now. So I began watching the second video very closely. I had the video playing on one half of my screen and Minecraft open on the other half, so I didn't miss a single thing. I even found out that you could use the comma and period buttons on your keyboard to go backwards or forwards a single frame on a YouTube video. I literally could not miss a millisecond, or I'd risk the chance of messing up. Then I got the idea to use the small house he built as a marker, so I would be able to tell how many blocks away something was just by using this house as a guide point. But this was still very difficult. I even had to recreate his entire chest, and I made sure everything was exact. Where every item was, how many of an item there was. I even made sure the durability on his diamond pickaxe was the exact same. But remember when I said he made a giant cut with a drastic change before? Well, he changed the entire shape of the island by adding dirt blocks on the side. And there was not a single moment in this video where I could tell just how many blocks wide the island was now. Not even using the house as a marker could I find the width of the island. So I had to get creative. You see, in this video, MrBeast wanted to make a small farm on this island. So he tilled some land and planted some seeds. But using this, I was able to subtract the number of seeds he originally had from the number of seeds he had after farming. And using the difference of the two numbers, I was able to find out exactly how wide the island was. So now that problem was solved. And from here, the project got easier. He made a few more changes to the island and did a little more farming, but then he decided to go get a couple of horses to bring back to the island. And of course I couldn't make it easy on myself, so I had to go out and find the same exact horses MrBeast found in the video. And then very slowly I had to bring them back to the island, all the way across the ocean. And now the last video of MrBeast's series is coming to an end, so I wanted to show my live reaction to placing the last block of the recreation. So this project has taken me like so many hours, and I'm finally about to place the last block. So here goes nothing. Oh my gosh. I actually can't believe how long that took. But now I have fully recreated MrBeast's 10-year-old world. This actually looks insane. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll make sure I put a link in the description of the world download so you can play on MrBeast's 10-year-old Minecraft world. And if anyone somehow finds any mistakes I made while making this recreation, make sure you comment what I messed up, and I'll make sure I heart it and reply. Oh, and also make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed these videos.